Right, now then, welcome to IDV Survivor Tierlist Season 21. We have 5 categories for today. We have Priestess and Friends, basically your meta, Lamau, Priestess and Friend. I should have said Roach and Friends. You have your niche pick as A tier, Heartstock Champion is B tier, Situational is C, and Bench Warmers are basically off the charts. So let's begin, shall we? We will have Doctor. I don't know what to say about Doctor. I mean, she could be good, yes. She could be good, yes. She could be good, yes. Against, I mean, yeah, she could be good against Dreamwitch. She could be good against Chip Hunters. But you don't really see Chip Hunters that much anymore. She's good against JoJo, but then like you never know if you're going against JoJo. She's good against Pawloon, but you never know if you're going against Pawloon, so she's still a bench warmer. After all the buffs, she still remains a bench warmer compared to the meta. No support at all, only kiting and healing abilities. That's about it. Still a bench warmer. Next one we have Lawyer. I don't know, there's just still better picks out there. Like, there's genuinely just still better picks. Like, Lawyer, come on, let's be fair. Let's be fair, Lawyer, okay, I know. There's Mechanic. There's Prisoner. Even Explorer is a better choice compared to Lawyer. Let's be fair. Alright, even Explorer is a better choice compared to Lawyer. And Postman. So yeah, Lawyer's a part of the bench warmer community. Thief. Yeah, he gets countered way too much, Lavon. He gets countered way too much. Thief is still a part of the bench warmer community. There's who does Thief counter? Let me think. Probably Spider, but I think Spider counters Thief. It's too many people counter Thief. Too many people counter Thief, to be fair. I mean, I understand there's good Thieves out there, but nah. When it comes to overall stat, nah. We have Gardener. Well, I mean, there's 2 opportunities for Gardeners, right? Either if Gardener is a first chase, she gets a free hit early game, so it's a guarantee at least 50-second kite. Gardener doesn't have support ability, but she does have quite a nice kite ability with a bubble, being able to turn it on and off. She can also harass Chair, but she has to come a bit early to harass Chair. I'll put her on situational, right? Because you can have many team comps with Gardener. Like, you can have Harasser. Any Harasser paired with Gardener is Gucci. Right? But then, like, that's kind of situational in 4-man teams only. So we put this as a... Wait a second. So we'll put this as a 4-man team. We put it as a 4-man team comp for situational. Right? Maybe you can put it off in a 4-man team. But then like, you know, it's probably not gonna work out as well as you think it would. So that's that for Gardener. Magician. To be fair, the Magician is niche now. Reason being, he has 3 wands. We know that he's getting a nerf now. But does that nerf really matter? No, not really. I don't think you can kite over Pi time, even if the chair nerf is out. But yeah, Magician is a niche pick now, simply because he has 3 wands. And because he has 3 wands, he can guarantee at least a 60 to 80 second kite. I'll be fair with that one. If you play around with palettes a little bit, you don't really need broken windows, since like it's a 40% movement speed boost for 2 seconds when you're invisible. So that's like 80% of a window speed boost. Let's be fair on that part, right? And like, especially like you can like one of most common builds right now are Flywheel or Tide Magician. To be fair, Flywheel or Tide. Flywheel being able to, you know, rotate into the next kiting area, like in between, like going like behind pallets and all that jazz instead of using a wand. It's like a 4th wand, to be fair. Flywheel is like a 4-1, so like Magician is A tier right now. It's a very niche pick, very good rescuer, very good kiter, and like a decent decoder. He doesn't really have any he doesn't have that much of a big decoding debuff that like we have to be worried about. Next we will have Explorer. I will put Explorer on Heartstock Champion. Your Heartstock Champion if you're playing Explorer, right? Because like you have to go through this like awful, and I mean it, you have to go through this awful rotation if you're playing solo of like going near Survivor's cipher and then like digging pages, and then you have to deal with like, how do I say, you have to deal with like hiding from hunters. It's just such a time waster, but like it's good to be able to hide. But then at the same time, because spawn picks are a thing now, Explorer is hard stuff champion. You know what I mean? Like, you can get to champion, no problem, but can you get out of champion with Explorer? Nah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Genuinely. Really not gonna work. And also, Hunter's Instinct counters Explorer as well, so I don't think it's really gonna work out that well for Explorer mains with the new tier 7 above spawn picking. Next we have, you know, we put Priestess. We put Priestess up there with Priestess and Friends. I don't have to explain. This is season 21. Even with the reduction in stun time, she's still good. She's still good, honestly. Priestess and Friends. We put Merc along with Priestess and Friends. We put Merc along up there. He's a part of Priestess and Friends. We know Treble Pads, Mini Tide. I don't think I have to explain much. Good Rescuer, Terror Shock Negator. Lamau declines a Terror Shock. Now we have Cordy. I would say Cordy is... Well, it really depends on how you want to run Cordy, right? But I'll put it... You know, I'll put Cordy in niche. I want to say Hearthstone champion, but I'll put Cordy in niche. Right? Because like, it's okay for Cordy to be first chase, and it's like Cordy can run 39 and 36. There's no way Cordy's run 312. There's no way Cordy run flywheel, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Cordy doesn't have like enough items for her to prolong kite, so it's better to go 39 if you want to use her as a mini kite or mini rescuer. Because like one gun is basically a tie time, and then like you can just search for an item and then swap out items. So Cordy is niche. She can kite. She can decode fast. Like decoding fast is basically what makes them niche, right? If they can decode fast, and if survivors can kite 60 seconds, I think that's good enough for niche. Good enough for niche. Able to pop the cipher. Next, mechanic. I'll still put it on Priestess and Friends. Mechanic is still a part of Priestess and Friends. Like, does it matter that spawn picking is there now? No. She can still hide it all, right? She can hide it all, rotate, and even if she is on chair, there's like they can sell. You can get a guarantee tie. Genuinely, Priestess and Friends. Normal. Still a part of Priestess and Friends. Even with the bot decoding only being 100%, that's fine. Even with the like. Mechanics 3% buff when she is gone now when she returns to mainer, so that doesn't really matter, to be fair. It should have been gone. It's like part of it, I think, but you know, you never know. So yeah, it's still Priestess and Friends. You can rush quite well against the mechanic. Even if she's first chase, I doubt that they'll downing like 10 seconds, to be fair, and then rotate far away from their boss. So yeah, still a part of Priestess and Friends. We'll have TME. TME will be a part of Hearthstone champion, right? TME will still be a part of Hearthstone champion. Now, people will say, oh no, why is TME Hearthstone champion? Spawn picking, she can pick middle for hospital. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. That's really about it. It's only hospital. It's really only hospital for TMEs. Alright, let's be fair. It's only, I'm probably gonna run Spider. I'm gonna play Spider or Geisha or Bloody Queen just to go against this TME. Right, genuine, like no, ho. TME is still a Hearthstone champion. She's good decoder. She's a bad kiter though. But like if you play her well, you play her well. But like she's still a bad kiter overall unless you play 1k games with her. She's Hearthstone champion because of the spawn picking. I don't think anyone's gonna pick TME unless you're in hospital or something. Next we will have Perfumer. I mean Perfumer didn't get any buffs or nerfs, so then we can just leave her as she is. She's still a part of niche. She can run with Tide, she can run with 12. Like she can run any persona, 3, 6, 3, 9, 3, 12. Like 3, 9 would just be like a fully kiter, a full kite Perfumer. 369 would just be, you know, a tied rescue. A rescue or perfumer with a good amount of, you know, with a good amount of kiting abilities. You don't. She counters. I'm sure she does counter chip hunters though. She counters sculptor, maybe harder when it comes to bomb, but she definitely counters sculptor in a way, right? You can just stand there and then perfume and then take the normal hit, and then perfume back and then rotate. Genuinely, it has happened. It has happened many times. She's still niche. She's still good. She's still good. She doesn't have that much of a debuff when it comes to decoding. She's still good. Forward will be part of Priestess and Friends, just for the sake of it, right? Because this guy's scary. This guy's scary. This guy's really scary. We all know how intimidating he can be. We all know we want to bring excitement, but then like we somehow bring blink, and then we waste the blink on the forward. And wow, that's the funny part. He's scary. He's still scary. Like even if he fails the balloon rescue, he can just, you know, make it up with the chair rescue. Chair rescue, pull the ball instantly, and then stun the hunter. So yeah, he's still part of Priestess and Friends, even with the stun nerf. Okay, stun nerf, I think it does matter. Along with Priestess, it probably does matter, but like, is it gonna matter much? No, probably not. Probably not, to be fair. Probably not. So yeah, still part of Priestess and Friends. Next we have Seer. Seer with the A second, and you know what, still Priestess and Friends, we're putting him up here. Here's Seer, he's still part of Priestess and Friends. Okay, A second, like from 15 seconds to 8 seconds, quite a nice bait. It's quite a nice bait, and it's less of a chance for you to be able to, you know, rotate into the next kiting area, but still a part of Priestess and Friends. If I want to rank this, I'll probably put it like this. Because he's still really good in a 4-man situation, or even in solo team comps, he's still really good, honestly. Like whether he's first chase or not, he's still really good. I know people don't ban him anymore, but he's still really good, honestly. You can like even for chair rescues as well. If you pair him up with Merc, and if you're against a chip hunter like Bonbon or Sculptor, just immediate owl, no damage rescue, perfect. Right? If you do a no damage owl rescue, you don't waste time healing the Merc, and hunter most likely won't be chasing the Merc, so Merc can free be decode. Now next we have female dancer. I would say, right, I would say she's somewhere along the lines of Hearthstone champion. She's good. Good kite, good decode. A little bit of rescue with the slow box, and a little bit of support ability with a slow box as well. But is she really gonna do anything can she harass? No. Can she allow the survivors to rotate to a new area? No, she's Hearthstone champion, but she's definitely better than Mind's Eye, to be fair. Definitely better than Mind's Eye, to be fair. So yeah, she's really just a part of Hearthstone champion, because like once her items are gone, it's gone, and she needs to use her items quite fast. To be fair, it's quite fast, especially with like hunters who can close the distance, such as BQ, Geisha, like all those popular ones. BQ, Geisha, even Ripper counters her. BQ, Geisha, Ripper. We have Spiders counters her too. We have, you know what, even Bonbon counters. Bonbon's a Nayad because of Kite. So yeah, she's Hearthstone champion, really Hearthstone champion, unless you can somehow maneuver your way through to Titan. But yeah, next we have Embalmer. I want to say Embalmer is niche. I want to say he's niche, but at the same time I want to say no. Yeah, Embalmer is still Hearthstone champion. I can't see him. Like he's a guaranteed tie. But like, does he have kiting ability? No. He has coffin ability, but he really doesn't. Like, come on, let's be fair. Geisha, Woo, BQ, teleport, counter. GG, well played, good luck, have fun. Even Anne counters him because of the full presence dash. So yeah, I think you're a Hearthstone champion if you're honestly Embalmer. Especially if you're first chase as well though. If you're first chase and you can kite 60 seconds, great. Good for you. But everything aside from that, you're screwed. Honestly, Embalmer's yeah, I think you're a really Hearthstone champion for Embalmer. Hunter also knows where you spawn when you're in champion. So yeah. Not good. Now Prospector, no, Cowboy, You're probably Hearthstone champion. You're probably Hearthstone champion if you're playing Cowboy as well. Now I'm not saying he's definitely good kite, definitely great rescue, good enough harass, not too much. He gets countered by Giant Claw, good enough, right? But not, he's good enough but not good enough. You know what I mean? He's good but not good enough. Not good enough with the likes of Cordy, Perfumer, and Magician in my opinion. I know people are gonna have different opinions, but this is my own. Like if you see a Cowboy on the team, like the chances of him being able to balloon rescue is decent, but not enough when there's Giant Claw. Not enough when there's Giant Claw. It's really hard to struggle free when there's Giant Claw. But he definitely pairs well with Gardener though. Definitely pairs well with Gardener, but like is it enough? Yeah, it's enough when you pair it up with Gardener, but like it's a part of 4-man situation now. So yeah, still has the champion. Next, Enchantress became a part of niche. Enchantress really became a part of niche. She gets stacked faster now. She has a bigger range now. She's more annoying. She can body block. She's more annoying. She can pull on the kite. She can successfully kite 1, successfully balloon kite. If it's a balloon rescue 2. Many people run flywheel with her. So like it gives her more of a kiting ability. Like running flywheel on Enchantress is better than running windows on Enchantress because flywheel is like a mini stun, but it allows you to go to the nearest pallet area to kite. So she's still really good. She's genuinely still really good. Now next on the list we have Acro. Acro is still niche. Acro is definitely still niche. Acro has 3 balls early game. You can gain balls from rescuing, decoding, and kiting. So 4 balls on average per game, honestly. And you mainly run him on Tide. He's a good rescuer. He's a good kiter. He's A, good rescue, B, good kite. C, you don't need to run flywheel, nor do you have to run windows on him. He's a good, yeah, he's just overall niche. He's overall niche. You can go decode, you can go rescue, you can go kite, you can go anything with him, to be fair. Next we have we're gonna talk about Wildling first. So this is season 21, right? So like first officer is like before nerf, you're Hearthstone champion with him, but then after buff, you're probably somewhere along the lines of niche. I don't know yet, but first officer is definitely Hearthstone champion for this season, and no one uses him. No one uses him. Which is the thing, no one uses him. No one. Hey. Well, who's first officer again? No one uses him. So yeah, he's good, but no one uses him. Wildling is 4-man situational. He decodes way too slow. He doesn't get a board, but you can bait the board. Like you can bait them to go on board and then leave them. You know what I mean? He's a really good presence feeder. And very 4-man situational as well. Because like there's so many things you have to deal with. Really, honestly, there's like, okay, you need to decode, but can you harass long enough? Does Hunter have excitement? Does Hunter have blink? If Hunter blinks me, what should I do? There's really better options. It's too much of a 4-man situation. He's I, but it's too much. Too situational right now. Next we will have Prospector. To be fair, I will put him on Hearthstone champion, right? I'll put him on Hearthstone champion because he can't harass until like there's 1 cipher left. Let's be fair. You can't really harass against a Prospector when there's 1 cipher left. You can't harass against someone who closes distance fast because there's no point in harassing then. You can harass the likes of most likely Ripper, Chip Hunters, just anyone who doesn't close distance fast. He's nice kiter, definitely, but if he's first kite, he can't harass really much. He only has 2 magnets early game. It's not really gonna help him too much. So he's Hearthstone champion. I mean, it's nice to have like the magnetic speed boost, but you have to run 39 on him. You rarely see anyone run 36 on him. So it has to be 39 pros. I don't really see a 39 at 312 flywheel pros at all. So yeah, you're Hearthstone champion on pros. Now then, Barmaid. Barmaid after buff is definitely niche, but before buff you're still Hearthstone champion because of the fact that you can she gets countered by Chip Hunter still, right? Because when you use the speed boost Novelist, you will get, if you get 1 chip, you're at half health, and you can just get an immediate hit down. So it's a 1 chip down for a speed boost Novelist. And then even though like you don't get, how do I say, even though you don't get like even though if your healing doesn't get interrupted, when it comes to this girl, I don't think it really matters, because like you still do get chipped. And then when you do get chipped, I think it even takes longer for you to heal. So like season 21, Barmaid is really hard stock champion. It's really hard to kite hunters when they have blink, right? You can just get a hit and then blink down. So yeah, not recommended for season 21. But maybe season 22, she's gonna be a part of niche now, because she can drink Novelist along with using speed boost. So we will see how it goes. She may be the new doctor who takes Novelist, speed boost, and then palette boost. Just watch. And next we have Postman. Postman's part of niche. He got a recent nerf on Tranquility, the dungeon, and on Postman's dog from 6 seconds to 5 seconds slowdown. Doesn't matter? No, it doesn't really matter. He supports Decode, he supports Kite with the window speed boost, he supports Rescue, the 30% rescue speed. He's still niche, right? He can decode fast, he can aid decode, he can aid Kite, he can aid rescue, he can give speed boost, he can give dungeon boost, he can give gate boost. He's still niche. Doesn't matter. He is a slow debuff for hunters too with Wick. He's still niche. He's really good, a really good niche, and good enough Kite. You run 39 with him. Sorry, 39 or 212. All right, 39 or 212. If you don't ban Mirror or Wheel, you probably should run 12, because there's a high chance of Mirror or Wheel coming out. So yeah, it's better if you go 12. If you don't ban Mirror or Wheel. And then next we will have Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper is definitely Hearthstone champion. Still, you're still Hearthstone champ. I know there's good Gravekeepers out there, but like, if you meet a chip hunter, you're screwed, fam. You're screwed. For season 21, you're screwed. But for like season 22, you're probably part of niche. Right, you're probably part of niche for season 22. But yeah, season 21 gets countered by Bonbon Sculptor, etc, etc. Not recommended. Not recommended to play. There's better options, Ford and Mercenary. And like, even with Merc, you get a 20% decoding debuff. But like for Gravekeeper, you still have the 20% decoding debuff. 2 shovels give present, so not recommended, not recommended. So that's it for Gravekeeper. Now we will have Prisoner. I will still put, I want to say Prisoner is Hearthstone champion, but at the same time, I feel like he's low niche. Prisoner is low niche in high tier because of the fact that he can aid decoding. But then like, I feel like all decoders will like go down the drain after when season 22 comes, because of the spawn picks. So yeah, we will see how it goes. We will see how it goes for now. But so yeah, honestly, there's really not much to say about Prisoner. He aids decoding, which is nice. He can long distance decode Prime Cipher, which is nice. He has good kiting ability. He doesn't have that much of a debuff except for the heart beating debuff, which I don't think really matters. So yeah. Next we will Ento is niche. Ento is top on the niche list because you can kite, you can harass, and then you can support. Let's not say harass. You can kite and you can harass, and you don't have that much of a debuff, right? And then you have Windows speed buff as well. So it's not too bad. Ento is good overall. Yeah, Ento is still good overall. You have bees. You can use bees to aid rescue. You can use bees to aid kite. You don't have decoding debuff. So yeah, that's it for Ento. Now Painter. You're probably Hearthstone champion in paint. You're probably Hearthstone champion in paint when you're playing Painter. His paintings is great, but excitement is his thing. Excitement is the thing. All right, let's be fair. Excitement is the thing. His things are great. His duration. He reduced duration on looking at hunter is great, but then like painting takes time. You also get hit. Maybe you can get one painting out, but then like, is it worth it? No, you have too many counters. Geisha counters, Queen counters, Woo counters, Spider counters, Ripper counters. So many people counter, to be fair. And you don't really have to look at his painting. So you can just whirl around the painting, right? The hunter can just like rotate around the painting and just not look at it, and you get hit on a my painting. That's wasted. Yeah, Painter's still Hearthstone champion right now. Next batter is niche, but we can put him along the lines of right behind Enchantress. Because of the fact that his balls get, well, I mean, he's a good kiter. He's a decent kiter, a very good harasser, an okay decoder. So yeah, honestly, he can harass way too much late game, to be fair. Yeah, that's honestly it. Batter is really good overall. Still really good overall. Honestly, still really good overall. Still annoying. I know there's a small nerf coming. There's a small nerf with him, but not really gonna work. He's not a part of Priestess and Friends. Really, I don't think. Yeah, he's not a part of Priestess and Friends at all, because these guys are just way better overall at supporting and rescuing. Batter is just a no-no. Batter is a no-no. You need to run to the survivor, and then you need to be sure that you can hit them with the ball. And your balls also get destroyed, so not really recommended. Lucky guy's a bench warmer. I don't have to say anything about it. Little girl is... We don't see little girl much this season, right? We don't really see anyone play her that much anymore. We see her in tourneys, and that's about it. We see her in tourneys, and that's about it. I want to say she's good, but I want to say she's way too much for, like, little girl is way too much Fromon dependent. Right? She's way too much Fromon dependent. If your first chase, if you can't get a taxi, you're screwed. If you can't get a taxi, and then if the taxi doesn't last for a good 20 seconds and you get blink hitted, you're screwed. So she's way too situational. She's way too situational. Honestly, she's way too situational. She can definitely assist a rebound cut. She can definitely assist a decoding buff, but like way too situational. I wouldn't put her on a Hearthstone champion, honestly. Next we will have Weeping. Weeping as a part of bench warming. Weeping as a part of bench warming. Yeah, Weeping is really part of bench warming. Gets countered way too much by like a lot of hunters. Gets countered by bomb on remote bomb, sculptor, statue. Well, that really depends on sculptor. It gets countered by gets countered by way too many people. We don't need to talk about that. Novelist is Hearthstone champion. You're still Hearthstone champion if you're playing Novelist, to be fair. Even like if we include this buff now, his nerf now, you're Hearthstone. Yeah, you're really Hearthstone champion. I don't need to say much about it, cause like, okay, fair enough. Like looking at the like 10 second looking at the 100 space for 10 seconds for in book, it's good, but that can only get you to champion. You're gonna be Hearthstone champion. Can you get any higher than that? Probably not. It's really rare, but probably not. Psycho, I'm gonna put you on niche, but low niche, probably above prisoner. Reason being, she's a tanker. She can 3-hit tank. She can long distance heal with whistle. So if forward misses a stun and gets hit, you can just whistle. If Mercenary gets a hit, right? You can just whistle to Mercenary, and the Mercenary can rescue again if it's like a 10-second kite from the third person. So yeah, very nice niche for Psychologist players. Next one is, you know what, let's go Patience next. Patient is overall niche. He's high niche. Let's say it this way. Patient can decode, Patient can rescue. His kiting ability is above the roof. It's over the charts. Why is he not a part of Priestess and Friends? Well, you can guess. He isn't. Gets countered. He gets countered by BQ, gets countered by Geisha, gets countered by most meta hunters, honestly. It's the most meta counter. Gets countered by Naya too, to be fair, that part gets countered by Naya too. He's a niche. He's definitely a niche. He's a great kiter, great rescuer, but definitely not a good harasser overall. But yeah, he's niche. He's really niche. I can't really say much about him. You can definitely kite him for like 80 seconds, like 60 to 80 seconds is a guarantee if you use your 3 hooks right. So yeah, he's a niche. Toy Merchant is still a niche. I'm gonna put you above Patient because Toy Merchant, like, is Toy Merchant map dependent? No, I don't think Toy Merchant is map dependent. Your catapult, like catapulting Arms Factory is good. Catapult anywhere is great, to be honest. If you know your catapult locations, she's still niche. She's not Hearthstone champion. You can definitely get somewhere. Along with the lines of like you have a global catapult now where everyone knows where your catapult is. So like let's say for Moonlight, if you put a catapult somewhere near the first stop, you can just your teammate can take the catapult and then take the catapult and then take the roller coaster. It's not gonna affect. It's a really nice support ability, and she can also drop toys for like the likes of Patience, the likes of Ento, the likes of Magician, Cordy, most of the people up there. But yeah, it's not bad overall. So Toy Merchant is still a niche, really nice niche. Now then, next one we will have. I think the last one we will have is actually Professor, unless are we missing one? Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3. I don't think we're missing any. 4 is already up there, part of Priestess and Friends. Professor is probably somewhere along the. I don't know. He's annoying. Okay, let's put it on niche. Professor's niche. He's niche enough. His scales can count as a flywheel for survivors, right? His scales can count as flywheels for survivors when survivors pick them up. What else is there? Okay, let's be fair, right? If this guy fails his ability, it's a 45-second cooldown, 30 seconds on chair, right? Chairing takes 10 seconds, so like by the time you're rescued, you have your ability again. So like you don't get punished too much. You don't get punished too much, and you can kite. You don't have that much of a decoding debuff, right? He's very similar to Enchantress, but less effective. Less effective compared to Seer. Less effective compared to Enchantress, but good enough. The slow animation from Hunters makes him a very good rescuer because he can time it well and then like do a no damage rescue, which is already good enough with the stun. So yeah, that's it for Professor. I think there's really nothing left. I really think there's nothing left when it comes to Survivor tier list now for season 21. And that is going to be the end of today's video. This is Survivor tier list season 21 from Kuroshiro Gaming. Of course, if you have any different opinions, you can always put it down in the comments. I'll read it and I'll probably reply to you, but we will see how it goes for now. Now then, thank you everyone for watching. This is not a season 22 tier list. I'm taking everything into account that is before the buffs and the nerfs. So yeah, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.